It's 10K Dre, and I'm back at y'all. This is another edition of World History is Our History. Normally, I cover a variety of topics, but today I want to kind of keep it political and keep it close to the vest on the FBA topic, right? There's many reasons why our people have issues with people that are not from America or that are not Black Americans. We're going to get into those shortly. So, in America, we play the crayon games, white, black. Y'all already know that. In other countries, you either simply Jamaican, you Nigerian, you Ghanaian, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you from the Caribbean, you Puerto Rican, you Barbadian, Panamanian, da da da. But when cats get here, that's when the water get a little muddy. And when I mean that from a political standpoint, when we have individuals that come to America and then get into positions of political power, whether they were elected or selected. We know most people are selected. Um, there's issues, and I'll give you just a quick example. If if I was made the president of the Dominican Republic, right? So now I'm an American that's in a position of power in Dominican Republic. They might be cool with me actually. Now the fuckery here is once I start passing laws that go against what their cultural and ethnic agendas are, then they're gonna start looking at me sideways. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. You know what I mean? These Black American leaders, most of them are not FBA even. So when they pass laws that kind of go against our agenda of empowerment, reparations, and really just to be left the fuck alone so we can live in peace, you got problems. You know what I'm saying? So here's some other, these are reasons why we should look at non-Black American leaders with the side eye. They have a lack of shared foundational experience. Once again, they haven't experienced generational issues and trauma such as systemic discrimination. They don't understand Jim Crow and how these things have shaped the Black American experience, from a survival standpoint. America is the land of opportunity. Let's not get it fucked up. So when the powers that be approach one of these non FBAs, of course they gonna hop on the opportunity because this is the land of opportunity. That speaks for itself. Next, a lot of these non FBAs have a different experience and a different relationship with white America. They look at these white Americans almost as a savior figure. I am just so thankful to be here. Bah, bah, bah. You know, nah, nigga. So by default, they have a built-in coon factor to a degree because they looking at that devil like an angel. We looking at that motherfucker like the devil he is. The non-FBA is looking at that motherfucker like an angel. Let's not get that shit fucked up. Next, there's a lack of commitment to specific FBA interests. These motherfuckers in power want to, say, well, if whenever there's some benefit being proposed by the Congress or the Senate, whatever, they always want to loop shit under people of color on some rainbow shit. Like, nah, nigga. When the fuckery was happening to our ancestors in this bitch, it was specifically us. And when every other group, ethnic group came to America, they were all directly programmed to hate and work against us. Do not fuck with them niggas. They ain't say don't fuck with those people of color because they were people of color. And you know this shit is right historically. When them Africans came over here, they were taught not to really intermingle and fuck with us. The same with a lot of these Hispanics and Latinos, which is why you have motherfuckers back in the 1950s during that LULAC movement talking about the problems of the Negro are not our problems. We want to be white, nigga. That they were dead ass niggas was holding goddamn uh signs protesting that shit. We want to be white. And that's on motherfucking record. And I got a video that break all that shit down. So that's another reason. Most of these motherfuckers are trying to get into close proximity to whiteness. A motherfucker that's with that mentality that goes back to my earlier point. They looking at them as an angel. The closer they get to whiteness, the better they are off. And a motherfucker like that has no good intention for FBAs. And then they're gonna be under pressure to avoid race specific issues. So Ilhan, you know, whatever she was doing with her Somalians, they were getting money, whether good, bad, or illegal, but they were getting money. You know, of course, the angels that they love so much, they broke some of that bread with them too, which is why the whole goddamn state under investigation right now. The governor probably ain't gonna get reelected and he might get arrested, goddamn it. But these non-FBA leaders that have been put into American government, they tend to focus on integration instead of liberation. You know what I'm saying? Instead of empowering, black politics, black finances, they always are trying to blend in and integrate further with these angels that they love so much. And of course, there's going to be a different understanding and view of what systemic racism is. They're going to, people like Emmanuel Acho, who is a motherfucking, he like Neo on the Matrix when it come to any serious racial discussion or issue. That motherfucker dodged that shit like, whoa, whoa. That nigga, that nigga got the coon level set to 99. If this was a motherfucking EA Sports, his coon level is on 99, goddamn it. And as one melanated person to another, I love and respect his achievements professionally, athletically, all of that shit. But when you supposed to be down here so called representing us here in America, my nigga, you on coon level 99. But he's a perfect example. You never gonna call out the fuckery that you know what it is. And now I gotta segue into the Shador Sanders shit. Everybody with a set of eyes and two ears, goddamn it, can clearly see and hear the bullshit that has been going on in the NFL. All of those owners colluded and conspired to take a kid that was supposed to be a first round draft pick and to punish his father, they sent him down to the fifth round. Then on top of that, they tried to make it so miserable that maybe they figured he had just quit or give up. Then they put this bum ass player, Gabriel Dillon, who was technically drafted higher than him in the third round. But remember, Shador was initially a first round draft pick. He got bumped down to the fifth round only because a bunch of white people said he seemed immature, he seemed arrogant, and then of course his father, Dion, making calls or calling him on FaceTime in the actual meetings didn't help. But that's still non related to his skill set and his original value. All of those things still played no part in his skill level, his the football IQ, him always having a clean reputation, not being a knucklehead or a hoodlum or nothing like that. All of that should have still had him as a first round top 5, top 10 draft pick, period. But they learn and see this is the shit. This is that FBA quality that these devils will never understand. This is what them non-FBAs will never understand. We've been these devils have been trying to break us for like ever, but we persevere and still shine and still rise above the occasion. And with all that said, salute to Shador for going through all of the bullshit and still showing what he needed to show. You know what I mean? He showed enough to say these niggas been lying. Not only have they been lying, they've been conspiring. So now that we done with Shador, let's circle back to the main FBA delineation conversation, and let's see what these guys also have to say as non-melanated people in general.
Racist for that?
They did, which is actually quite interesting because I got a call from the Foundational Black American Society here in Florida who reminded me that Byron's mother is Jamaican, he is Panamanian, and they found it quite insulting in their words that he would try to claim victimhood of slavery without a single descendant of American slaves in his family.
I like those foundational guys.
They're so good.
Yeah, so you got somebody who ain't got near bit of no American in them, but they trying to claim that they suffered through the American slavery. Boy, y'all better get y'all motherfucking shit together. Put y'all thinking caps together. These people, whether it's your county, your city, your state, that claims to be running for you, look at them closely. Because all these people, as an individual, they could be a great person. They could be an amazing person. But an amazing motherfucker who never shared your experiences historically don't know how to fight for you because they don't know you. Period.
Richness sheet and all. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but like they've got a perspective. If your family's been here 400 years and the descendants of a lot of American slaves or families have been here 400 years, I don't know. I think that gives, I'll listen to you. Like you've
100%.
got, you've got a point of view that is legitimate, I think.
Yeah. And they're unequivocally heritage Americans.
That's for sure.
100%.
Unequivocally. So the racist devils in the comments, because y'all always come and lurk, nigga, we are more American than yo bitch ass. Most likely 80%. Most motherfucking likely. Half of these devils who come in the comments be flexing like they came here from the fucking Mayflower. No, you didn't, my nigga. Most of these devils are motherfuckers who came from Ellis Island. They came after the fact. They came after niggas built most of this shit up. But anyway, let's see what they talk about.
They're definitely heritage Americans, if anyone is. And, someone rolls in from Ghana and gets an MSNBC slot and starts speaking on behalf of black people. It's like, shut up, honey. You've got nothing to do with this.
Right.
That's
Literally.
a fair perspective,
right.
I think.
And so it's good to actually see them call them out for that. That's actually cultural appropriation. Appropriating
Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing.
Struggle of slavery.
I totally agree.
And the struggle of slavery was real. I don't think Republicans ever want to really whitewash that. It's real, no. Right? But for
we're
Byron,
against slavery.
We're against it.
Whether it's in the, West Bank or here or anywhere.
Or anywhere.
Yeah, against it.
And so for Byron's group, his team, to call me and essentially our entire supporting base racists for saying that you're a slave when quite literally you took $45 million. You won't tell us what you agreed to take that money this early in a primary, which is unprecedented. You know this, how unprecedented that kind of money is in an uncontested primary until now. But secondarily, to actually go out and try to gaslight us and think that you're just one of those guys that has been here, since the early 1800s and your family was in the struggle too, you're not. And that's a very interesting term that the Foundational Black Americans use. It's called tether. They're tethering these tethers like Byron Donalds. They come here literally one generation in, and they try to just sit around and act so folksy that we're all part of the same struggle and we're all down on our, and we need to fight against. No, you just got here, dude.
Damn. My man hit it right there. The tethers. You can't forget that. Like shit is real out here, man. It's so real that even the ops is understanding what's happening. You know what I'm saying? When your ops is even seeing the bullshit, you know the shit is extra real. This shit is crazy. That's all I really got to say. This shit is crazy.
Like the Haitians, like the guys from Ghana who just got here, you don't get to just be a part of our system and then lecture us
Oh, I
about
know.
how our country went wrong.
And there it is. You know what I'm saying? So that between what I done hit y'all with, what they done said, I think the shit is crystal clear. So, or there should never be no disrespect from any motherfucking non-FBA. I'll put it like that. But I'll catch y'all on the next one.